The effect of Hurricane Katrina on New Orleans was catastrophic and long-lasting. The deadly storm claimed the lives of more than 1,000 people, including Irvin Mayfield's father. Although Katrina's wrath was deadly, the hurricane couldn't destroy Mayfield's desire to bring the sound of jazz back to New Orleans.
Hurricane Katrina was the worst national disaster to ever hit American soil. And the thing that was so destructive about it wasn't really the naturalness of the disaster, but the failed levee system around it, which my father fell victim to. The time after the storm, it's really hard for people to really explain what the tragedy, how large it is. Because you'd have to imagine, okay, I lost my dad, and you can understand that's a painful experience, but you have to imagine losing your high school or your junior high school, your elementary school, losing all of the houses in your neighborhood, losing every picture that your family has. So, you know, say if all your family lived in a certain area in New Orleans, you lost everything. That's why I thought it was necessary to create a living monument to Hurricane Katrina for the victims, something that people could be a part of, not something that they stand and watch and have no relationship to. And it was with that thought that I went to the greatest trumpet builder in the world, Dave Monette, and we started talking about this project. I had seen Dave create a trumpet like this for a couple of other people, but I wanted something different. I didn't just want a trumpet, I wanted a cymbal. It's a great monument for New Orleans, and when you play it, when you bring it, people have a better understanding about New Orleans, about Hurricane Katrina, kind of what it all means. But more importantly, I think people have a better relationship to understand it's their partnership we need. It's American partnership, which is the only way we're really going to rebuild the city of New Orleans.
Come fall in love with New Orleans all over again.
Statistics show that majority of the people who were evacuated from New Orleans never had been outside of New Orleans. And if you were to talk to the majority of those people, you'd find out that most of them want to go back to New Orleans. So New Orleans is just that kind of a place.
Do they play jazz in heaven? In New Orleans, we know they do.
People always ask me all the time. People say, I want to get into jazz. I like this jazz thing. What do I do to get into it? What should I listen to? This new record that I have with Ellis Marsalis is kind of designed around that, which is, it's called Love Songs, Standards, and Ballads. The standards aspect of it is cover songs, or, you know, we're doing different renditions of songs that have been done many times. Somebody else did them. The reason I find this to be very effective is sometimes when you know a song and then you hear a jazz rendition of it, you can now understand what jazz is about. Jazz is a resource that we can use in America to teach us about being an individual and a group at the same time. Teach us about the optimism of the blues, and teach us about swing, which Duke Ellington said was so important that it didn't mean a thing without it.
Darling, it's standing room only up there.
And we'll be right back.